Hey everybody, welcome back. What the Forb? Orb? No. All right, I didn't know if that'd play or not. I wanted to try anyway. So anyway, gonna talk about this orb. We'll call it issue, right? Depending on what side of the fence, or if there even is a fence, or if it's clear cut. I want to talk about it a little bit. For those of you who are new here, link to this Discord in the description below. Come chat with us. We like to put out videos to help players kind of understand the game a little better. So if you come to the Discord, you always catch when the videos are going to go out, you know, all the notification buttons, all that stuff for YouTube. That's there. You can do that too. But anyway, want to throw that out there. So yeah, let's go talk about this a little bit. All right, let's get warm and cozy.
Bring me WolverThor!
So first, I just, look, there's been, for those of you who are not aware, there's been some statements from envoys that we got from Scopely about future orb events, the idea behind it. You guys, I'll show my specific, what I posted that I pulled from it. There was a long post for this that we got. The long and short of it was that there was some indication that Scopely didn't like these orb events for a multitude of reasons, ranging from, I think, players hoarding to anxiety of, are they going to happen, and it taking some fun out of the game. And, it seemed to make sense. And obviously there was a bunch of people around December time who were saving a bunch of orbs, constantly wondering what was going on with it. So it's kind of like, all right, what's up? So, and these orb events have been around for a while. Different versions of them. It's always about, if you have a bunch of orbs that you want to open, you get points for them and you get other stuff, right? So, I'll show you guys here my specific, and I only took, I intentionally did not get into this very much, okay? I just, I do, let's see, how do I describe this? I do and work in contracts for a living and understand, legal terms and certain ins and outs of things. And I just, so I just was like, you know what, I'm only going to say what I think is I can share here and leave it at that. So my comment was specifically is that the envoys were informed from Scopely that there was no future plans for orb events similar to Orb Avalanche. And I will say I use that term very tactfully, because that's what was said, similar to Orb Avalanche. Now, to me, that can mean a million different things, but, I get the sense. Scopely's evaluated them, and the anxiety, like I mentioned, come along with the idea that the Orb event might be coming, and ultimately decided it was not healthy for the players or the game. And I just wanted to share. And you can see there's a bunch of different fun emojis here, some mad people, thumbs up, some just all kinds of different things, thumbs down. And then there's a confused WolverThor, and there's a, Wolver thing. So, yeah, so, look, there's a image, out there, Mobile Gamer accidentally shared, and I do believe he accidentally, if you really care to see that stuff, that doesn't matter, honestly. Like, the text that was there, it's not going to necessarily help you one way or another. There was a comment made that, hey, these things are going to change and we could share it. And so that's what we're doing. So in that description, a lot of folks in our community are saying, there's an out here, there's an out there, there's an out with this. And yeah, yes, there are outs, like I read, like I specifically said in mine, similar to Orb Avalanche. There's an openness there where there could be another orb event that's just not similar to Orb Avalanche. And it could be, what does similar mean to you? You know what I mean? So that's very open and open-ended, and, leaves the door open for Scopely to do something. So people are, not trusting it. And I honestly get it. We've had our issues in the past with Scopely and maybe Fox Next at the time, just kind of saying one thing and, later feeling like, all right, well, that ended up coming back to bite me. So people are inherently skeptical, and I get that. And I will sit here and say to you that, yes, as soon as I read it, I actually made a joke about, something that I put on a tinfoil hat. And actually someone beat me in the chat to say, making fun of me saying tinfoil hat as I was looking for a GIF with a tinfoil hat. So But in my heart of hearts, I actually had some concern towards that. So I just want to say that, I get what everybody's saying. It is frustrating to not know for sure. Why did Scopely not do a comment, out to them? I don't know. They've got their particular reasons. If I were them and it was my bit, and again, guys, let's remember, this is a business. So if I were them, yeah, I'd be a little hesitant too, because they might want to still do it. And the more they can distance themselves from something like that might help. But, they're also letting us know, hey, guys, we don't have any plans for these again. We don't like them. They're gonna, they cause anxiety. They cause problems for us. People hoard. That's not the intent of the game. They want you to open stuff. They want you to spend and, all that kind of thing. So, it has the potential to be a win-win for everybody, honestly, because that way people aren't hoarding orbs. And, Scopely doesn't have to worry about, any event that they might have an orb opening to get some points from. So, what am I doing? What's all this mean? Who knows? I think it just means that legitimately Scopely is not planning on doing any orb events for a while, if ever, again. I personally, what I'm doing, I open, and honestly, this isn't changing since they've made this statement, is I open orbs when I need them. X23 just came in, or not X23, but Doc Ock just came in, and I need 7 stars on my X23. So I came in here and I opened 30 premium orbs or whatever they were. I opened all my mega orbs and hoping to get it. And so any orb that I could find outside of these basic ones, which I'll probably honestly open tonight after I do this video, is to see if I can get X23. But the truth is I'm like 130 away, so I didn't draw. I was hoping to get a mega orb. I didn't get it. All right, well, otherwise I don't need these. I'm not really farming a character to build up. It'd be great to get her up. I've been opening gold orbs as I get to like 1 or 2 million just to make sure I can keep going. These legacy orbs, I don't have a reason to open them. All this stuff, I just don't have a reason to open these things. Even the milestone orbs, I'm like, I guess I don't think I have Coulson at 7-star yet. So I those I'll probably open. And that's, you go into these other ones, Blitz orbs, I don't need those. These I'll maybe need for a character in purple, especially with all the mutants coming. I'm sure I'll need purple gear. Raid orbs, I kind of wait till there's a tune in the rage or that gets added here that I need a 7-star. Cyclops I technically need, but my X-Men aren't that strong. I don't have high reds. Blue gear, nah, don't really need that. Purple, yeah, wow, I can't believe I have that many. Wow, I have 2,000 orbs in here. I just realized that. That's a lot. These aren't bottlenecks for me at this point. You know what I mean? Like none of these, even these elites aren't. These Greek raid orbs, again, I never even paid attention to how many I have because I don't need these shards. So it's pretty easy to hoard. This stuff, again, I open when I need it. These, I'll open a couple of these. Let's just see, as I sit here, it's like, that's a War 2 orb, right? These, yeah, I need my T15 uniques here. Okay, let's get some of those. But, it's, I'm not getting, that's the only real thing I open there. So you guys get the point. So my advice is don't think about this too much. Don't let it give you anxiety. Just do whatever you need to do to play the game right, to get the stuff that you need. As far as those orbs go, I need to even open my ion orbs. I don't know why I haven't opened those. That was really for the event, and this is similar. But open what you need. You know what I mean? And then if you don't need it, don't open it. I think there's a lot of things that they can do to fix this. Frankly, and part of that starts with, and this was mentioned before by Scopely, that they were going to make a new milestone orb, so you don't need to, save it. And a lot of us were talking in Envoy chat, so this is a group discussion. I think Vedronius was the first one to bring this up, and he mentioned like once you hit a certain threshold in a game, and this is similar to Marvel's Contest of Champions. Once you get to a certain point in the game, you get like a new orb. Or a new type of orb you can get that gives you more premier things inside of it that tier of a player would want. So you get certain far, and let's for our game, say you beat Dark Dimension 1, and I think Mobile Gamer might have been the one who brought up this concept. Is you get through Dark Dimension 1 and you get Legacy Orb. You're able to get Legacy Orb 1 before that, but as soon as you beat Dark Dimension 1, now you're able to open Legacy Orb 2. And then Dark Dimension, 2's beaten, and you can open up Legacy Orb 3. And as you progress, and I'm just making up the Dark Dimension based on, what he said, which makes a good point. That's a good threshold for a player to see where they're at, is you get these new tier of orbs. And you could have, Legacy Orb 2, Premium Orb 2, Mega Orb 2, all these different Mega Orbs. That's where new players get. Or, maybe there's a higher drop rate for, a newer character in Mega Orb 4 versus Mega Orb 1. You know what I mean? Well, you could get it, but at least the endgame players have a better chance to get that player. And I'm not getting Ravager Stitcher in my, whatever Orb 4. And you could, in theory, even do that with, I'd love to see it in even the Red Star Orbs, because frankly, the more characters that get added to those, the harder it is to get upgrades on the ones that you don't have. And I just spent all my great credits that I've been saving since they've basically been out. And I'm like, all right, so I'm going to get another tune to get to 5 reds in how long? I'm guessing over 6 months. So, look, there's options out there. Those are some of them. People talk about conversions. I like that concept too, where if you've got 800, blue gear orbs, maybe it converts to 400 purple and so you have it each time up. Some people are talking about trading with alliance mates. That could cause, or, could raise up some issues with people being shady and, causing conflict. You never want to kind of support something like that, but these ideas are out there. I personally, I like the idea of a tiered orb system that you unlock as you get farther into the game, that you get that tier of orb, and that way, you can give the newer players a, higher drop. You can even increase the amount of shards in those earlier orbs to build up newer players quicker. And the end game players aren't going to care. Yeah, when I was Legacy Orb, I got, I could only get 15 Captain Americas at a time, and now it's, 40. Okay. As not even an end game player, but a top 100 alliance type player, I'd love for that newer player to be able to get Captain America up quicker, and whoever else is in that, or that type of level of character up quicker, so that there's more people looking to play in the end game to fill alliances, to be competitive. And hey, Scopely, guess what? When people want to compete and be competitive and be at the top tier, they like to spend money. That's what we do. We spend money to beat each other. I know you already know that, so I'm not telling you anything new, but do that. So this is, look, I normally don't do videos like this, but I did want to share my opinion. I wanted to chime in on this because there's a lot of chatter about it. And I had to be honest and just say, look, I intentionally phrased my Discord's post that way on purpose, because I didn't want to say no more future Orb events, 100% go open everything, because that's not the feeling I got. But at the same time, don't wait to open your orbs. If you need them, open them. And if you don't, great. I didn't hoard orbs until I got to a point where I didn't need a bunch of stuff. So, all right, guys, that's all I got. I hope this discussion rant, I don't know what this is, soapbox, suggestions for solutions, all of whatever I just put in this box of a video, either entertained you or gave you some ideas or inspired someone either at Scopely or, in the community to post on Reddit. And maybe, did I say Ribbit? I might have, I'm not sure. The world's a weird place right now. But anyway, hopefully the game improves and, we're all happy with it and we can retain our community here and keep playing a game that we seem to generally like, or at least we love the Marvel characters and like hanging out together. So that's fun. So appreciate you stopping by. Hammer down on that like button, notification bell, subscription button, all that kind of good stuff. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.